Hello and welcome to this Killteam battle report. Today we'll be playing the Hold the Line match play mission from the Commander expansion. Both teams will be deploying on the long board edge. And there's 4 objective markers, and at the end of the game each objective marker is worth 1 victory point, and if you manage to kill the opponent's commander, he's worth an additional victory point. If one of the 2 teams is broken, the game ends there and the unbroken team wins automatically. So I'll be playing with the Tyranids in this mission, and as my commander I took a Tyranid Prime with a strength specialist, and he is getting muscular for +1 strength. He gets to reroll once in the fight phase for rolls to wound with brutal strength on level 2, and level 3 he has Crusher, which makes him add 1 to the injury rolls. He's equipped with Bone Swords and Scarting Talons, and he is taking the Tactical Planner command traits, which gives him D3 additional command points at the beginning of the first battle round. Then we have a Tyranid Warrior with a Barbed Strangler and Scarting Talons, and he's the heavy. This one Hormagaunt here with the talons pointed backwards is the Combat Specialist. And then we have 8 more Hormagaunts and 9 Termagants with Flashblowers, which brings the total for this team at 195 points.
So, for my side, I took the Tech Priest on level 3, and he has the Strategist Specialist, which means he'll get Resourceful. As long as his model is on the battlefield not shaken, you get an additional command point at the beginning of the battle round. He has Advisor. While his model is within 3 of other friendly specialists and not shaken, those other specialists are treated as being 1 level higher than they actually are, to a maximum of 4, for the purpose of determining what tactics you can use. And then the last one would be Counter Strategist. As long as this model is on the battlefield and not shaken, roll a d6 each time an opponent uses a tactic on a 5+ I gain 1 command point. Yeah, woo! I know, right?
This one.
That one will be the Infiltrator Princept.
Yeah.
He is the
Combat
Specialist. Yes. He has Taser Goad and a Flechette Blaster, so not WYSIWYG for this battle.
So yeah, the all infiltrators aren't WYSIWYG for this battle.
Yeah, sadly. The Sniper Specialist would be a Ranger with a Transcenic Arquebus.
Transuranic Arquebus. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
It's a mouthful. Okay. Then we have the Infiltrator Zealot with Taser Goads and Flechette Blaster.
Yeah. Who was the heavy with the Plasma Caliber?
Yes.
The Vanguard.
Yes. And then the
Vanguard Alpha,
who's the leader with a Arc Maul and
Radiant Pistol.
Radiant Pistol.
And 2. Let's move this to a side.
Yeah.
2 regular Vanguards with Radium Carbines.
Yes.
Then we have this is the Ranger with the Omnispecs and a Ranger with a Galvanic Rifle. And then 3 more Infiltrators, and they also have Flechette Blasters and Taser Goads, right?
Yes.
So they're also not WYSIWYG, but all Infiltrators have Flechette Blasters and Taser Goads. So for the scouting phase, let's see who picked what. I got a 2, you got a 6, so I have Traps.
Oh no.
And what did you pick? Eliminate Sentries, so you're not going to do anything, and I'm going to take D3 terrain pieces, which will be 2 terrain pieces, which I can trap.
Oh no.
So before we are going to continue, I gain D3 extra command points, and let's roll for that. For 2 additional command points. So we've deployed, and the AdMech are back here. And the Tyranids are all deployed on this side of the board. And now we're going to roll off for turn 1. And as a house rule, we decided not to throw 2d6 anymore, but 1d10, because of all the doubles we're constantly throwing.
Yeah, I know.
So you take the honor. Igor has a 3 for the AdMech, and I have an 8 for the Tyranids. So movement phase for the Tyranids is over. Everything just moved up the board. No advances, no charges. Just everybody moving into position. Onto AdMech movement phase, turn 1. So this model is going to advance, but this is one of the booby-trapped pieces of terrain. So let's see if I get to roll a 6 and cause a mortal wound. Oh, it's a roll of a 1, but it's no mortal wound. This infiltrator here is going to charge. So you can make a roll.
That's
12. So you can basically pick nearly anybody you want.
Oh, in that well.
Who are you going to?
Well, I don't know. In that case, these guys look pretty tasty.
You're gonna charge them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So I get to roll 2 Overwatch shots then.
You sure do.
Let's get 2 dice. That's both miss. So those 2 are going to charge as well, and let's begin with the regular infiltrator. With 9, so it'll probably be close enough on a gaunt. And are you going to charge the gaunt?
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah. So in Overwatch, miss. Then the Princeps is also going to perform charge.
Yes. Ooh.
That's not going to work.
That's not gonna
4. So he's not. He has a failed charge.
He sure does.
But was it on a gaunt as well? Because he does get to Overwatch then.
Yeah, it is. It is in a gaunt.
But he misses as well. So.
Do we want to technically reroll?
So at the end of the movement phase, I'm gonna perform heroic intervention with my Tyranid Prime. For 1 command point, he gets to make a pile-in move if there's an enemy model within 3H, which is.
Yeah, well, I use counter tactics, which makes you you have to use one additional command point, or if you can't pay that, then it's refunded, but you can't use a tactic anymore.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pay 2 command points for that ability,
And me too.
making him move towards the combat. So in the beginning of the shooting phase, I'm gonna play the Alpha Warrior strategic asset from the Tyranid Prime. And that means that every Tyranid unit within 6 inches of him gets a +1 to hit in the shooting phase. As is tradition, Igor forgot to throw for his Canticles of the Omnissiah, but he rolled a 4, so he has now Shroud Psalm, meaning that every AdMech unit on the board counts as being obscured.
Hooray.
So Igor is going to start with firing the sniper on the warrior, and because he's a sniper specialist, he gets to reroll once. He's hitting on trees, but Igor is going to use the careful aim stratagem to make him hit on a 2-up with a 1-up to reroll.
Yeah,
Are you going to use the Omnispecs as well?
Yes.
To ignore
Cover.
Yeah. So you make the roll, and that's it.
Yay.
Now he's strength 7, toughness 4. So you're wounding on trees.
Yeah. That's a 2.
That's not good. Do you want a command point? Reroll that one. Yeah. So now you're out of command point.
Yes,
but
I
you
am.
used 1 for the.
Yeah, I did.
And Igor regained 1 more previously on my stratagems, but we forgot to do that on camera.
We got the Protect Priest.
Yeah. So 3 up.
Come on.
Still nothing. So the plasma caliber now is going to fire at the Hormagons. 2 shots, hitting on trees. You're not gonna supercharge, right?
No,
because that's unnecessary.
I think we'll be okay.
That's 2 hits. You're wounding on 2s.
2 and 2s. That's a 1. Good.
1 wound. And that gives you a damage roll because I have no armor save now.
That's 4.
That's 1 taken out.
Yay.
And you get to decide which one.
Ooh, that one.
The middle one.
Yes.
So the radium carbine there is that. Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna fire at that Termagant. Are you over half range? So 3 shots, firing at him, being obscured, hitting on 4s.
1.
Yeah, 1 hit, wounding on 4s, strength 3, toughness 3.
Nope.
No wounds. So the ranger with Omnispec is gonna fire at Hormagont. I assume you're going to take the front one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the front one.
So that's rapid fire.
Yeah, he's within half range and he can rapid fire, yeah, because he's 30 inch. Yeah, 2 shots. Hitting on trees. 1 hit. And that's, I believe, strength 4, so wooden on trees.
6, yeah. Okay.
And 6 to wounds.
To wound, yeah.
And that's 1 wound. I think it's not a -1.
No.
So I get a 6 up armor save, which I fail. Now you get to do your damage roll.
Hey.
And he's taken out as well. So the Alpha is going to fire his radiant pistol at the Hormogons as well. I assume you take the closest one. So 1 shot hitting on 3s, 4s over half range.
4s, yeah.
Which is a miss.
Oh well.
So and then this ranger, I think it's the last one who is in.
Yes.
Yeah, already. He's gonna fire at this gaunt. He's within half range.
Yeah,
it's 15. That's easy. But he is obscured.
Yeah.
So hitting on 4s. Yeah, 2 shots hitting on 4s. Another one. 2. 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3, wounding on 3s.
Wow.
That's a wound, and that's a wound. And these are now at -1 AP because you rolled 6s.
Look at that. Hooray!
So you get to do 1 damage roll.
One damage roll. Nope.
And that's a flesh wound. And he's obscured, so basically that's a 2.
Yeah.
So let's put a flesh wound marker on him. So all that's left to shoot for Igor for the Adeptus Mechanicus is that guy. So I'm gonna start off with this Termagant. He's gonna fire his flash borer at him. So we needed to work it out with the Shroud Psalm, but he is at a -2 because he's obscured, and so he gets an additional -1. The Gaunt benefits from the aura ability from the Tyranid Prime, giving him a +1, and he's within half range, so he'll be hitting on 5s, 1 shot, which he blatantly fails. So now the Vanguard is gonna fire back at the Gaunt, 3 shots within half range, but he's obscured, so hitting on 4s.
Nope.
And they all miss.
Wow.
So since it doesn't really matter who I'm going to shoot right now, because I'm the only one who's going to shoot anymore in this shooting phase, I'm going to start with the back Termagant here, and he's going to fire at the Plasma Caliver there. He is at a -3 in total, because over half range, obscured, and an extra obscured because of your stupid canticle. So hitting on 7s, but 6 is always hit, so he misses. Then the next Termagant is going to do the same thing, but he'll be hitting on 5s though, because he's within half range, and he gets the +1
from the aura.
Yeah, so he doesn't have. He only has a -1, hitting on a 5, and that's a hit with a 6. Strength 4, toughness 3. Wounding on 3s. That's a wound, so you get your armor save. I think that's a 6 up for that guy.
Okay. And
You roll a 5. Let's check.
that's a good point.
So Igor made his save. Let's move on to the next Gaunt. Hitting on a 5.
Yeah, there we go. Nope.
And that's a miss with a 1. Now the warrior is going to target the sniper back there. He's going to use the more bullet stratagem because of being heavy, gaining 1 additional shot plus d6. Getting up to 6 shots. 1 single Gaunt.
Go on, you can do it, buddy.
Who's going to fire at him at a minus God knows how many over half range. -2 for Shroud, Psalm, and Obscured. So hitting on a 6.
Nope.
And he fails. So this infiltrator is going to start the combat phase with 2 attacks. And he'll be hitting on 3s, I think.
Yes.
And then his strength.
Strength 6.
Strength 6.
4 plus 2 from the taser gun.
And his strength 6. Hitting on 3s.
2.
Wounding on 3s. Oh, I can't see it.
2 4s.
Yeah, 2 wounds.
Yep.
So 2 wounds, no minus AP, so 2 3-up saves for the Tyranid Prime. And he fails both.
Wow.
So he takes 2 wounds.
Done well.
So this infiltrator also charged, so he gets to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Oh, 1 attack on each.
Yeah, well, okay, roll them separate or use different colors.
Yes.
Then. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's the same
It doesn't
card.
really fucking matter, okay. So,
Wounding on hitting on 3s.
Wow.
No, that's good. So now it's my turn to strike, and I'm going to start with these termagants because that's fun. I want to roll dice.
Yeah.
So hitting on force. First one fails. The second one, he hits.
Ooh.
He's gonna. Your toughness 3, so I'll be wounding you on force.
Wow.
That's actually a wound, so you get an armor save. 4 of armor save for the infiltrator.
Wow.
Which he fails. Let's do a damage roll then.
Yeah.
And that's when he.
Flesh wound.
No, wait, he has 2 wounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's down to 1 wound.
Okay.
So next I'm gonna attack with Tyranid Prime, and I'm gonna attack that infiltrator there. He has 4 attacks base, and he's gonna use all bone sword attacks. So he gains an additional attack due to having the bone swords. He'll be hitting on 2s.
Wow.
They all hit. So he's strength 6 versus toughness 3, wounding on 2s, and he gets to reroll once. And it's still a 1. So it leaves the infiltrator with a 6 up armor save. 4 of them. And you make 1 of them. So that's basically he does the additional damage with this weapon. So he does 2 damage, meaning he gets to 0 wounds. And now he can do 2 damage rolls. No, he can do 1 damage roll because he has +1 on the damage roll. That was the thing.
Okay.
So the first one takes you to 1 wound, the other one to 0 wounds, so one's discarded automatically, and the other one does 1 piece of flesh wound.
Okay.
So end of turn 1, no morale, because nobody is below half strength or too much flesh wounded or whatever. So on to turn 2, let's start off with the canticles. Let's change that tradition and do it at the beginning of the turn.
Yay.
You've won.
That's the stupid one.
So the one is Incantation of the Iron Soul, and Igor now gets to reroll nerf tests.
Yay.
Very useful.
Yes.
So initiative roll for turn 2.
Come on.
What do you have? 6, and I got 6.
God damn it.
So doesn't that mean that you go first now because I went
Oh
first
yeah, it
the previous
does.
turn?
Yeah, it does.
So we're gonna reroll because that's what you're supposed to do instead of what we've been doing so far. So I'll roll again.
It'd be very, very handy if I. God damn it.
10 and an 8. So Tyranids movement. That termagant's gonna charge. All the Ormagons here are going to charge. Those termagants and the warrior readied. And then we have this termagant left, and he is going to charge as well. So I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to take way too long to show it all.
A little bit.
So end of movement phase, that termagant charged, that joined into that combat as well. 2 Hormagons made it to the Plasma Caliber dude, and 2 made it to the Arcbus dude. And Overwatch all failed.
Yeah.
And here the termagant joined into the combat as well. On to AdMech movement.
Yep.
So the Vanguard advanced. He came from the edge of the board here. And the other one is a Vanguard as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically came from where the other one's standing now. These guys are going to charge. He readied. And these charged. And the princeps in the building also declared a charge.
Yeah.
Since this thing was booby trapped, did nothing. That thing is booby trapped as well, since he now is going to move.
Yeah.
I get to roll to see if he gets some mortal wound on a 1. No.
Nope. There we go.
So it's turning out to be a really big mess. The princeps got into contact with Tyranid Prime. One of the infiltrators made a charge on the warrior, and the other one didn't make the warrior, but did make the guns. Everybody joined for the combat here, so that's gonna take some working out to do. And then it's on to the shooting phase. There's like 5 models left that can shoot, I think. These 3 termagants and the dude all the way back here. And this one, but I don't even think he can see something to shoot at. Can you see a gun?
Yeah, the gun on the corner.
Oh yeah, you can see this gun.
Ah.
Yeah, okay, so that's that. So the front termagant is gonna fire at the only unengaged advanced model there. It's over half range and obscured, so -2, so we'll be hitting on 6s. And he hits. He's gonna wound that a 3 up, strength 4, toughness 3. And he does that as well, so you get an arm save. 4 up.
Dan had ik eigenlijk die dingen moeten gebruiken, die aura van hem. Ja, no.
Yeah, you should also speak English.
I know, sorry, that's
Tell me.
I forgot the thing was on. I forget!
So that dude is gonna fire back at middle termagant, one of the one that didn't shoot yet. It's obscured and within half range, so hitting on force. 2 hits and wounding on 3s. 1. And it doesn't have a minus, so I get a 6 up arm save. Which I make. Now the termagant is gonna return him the favor, and I'm gonna shoot him in the head of him as well. Okay. So -2 over half range and obscured. 6 is to hit, and he misses that. Okay. So this guy is gonna fire at the front termagant, that's the only one you can see. Within half range and obscured, so -1, hitting on force, 2 shots, because he can rapid fire, and he misses both. Just speed it up. The last termagant is also going to fire at the dude back there, again over half range and obscured, so hitting on 6s, and he misses. So I want to play the Scissor Strike with Tyranid Prime for 2 command points. And Igor is going to play counter tactics, so it makes the counter of the Scissor Strike 1 point more expensive, which I don't have, so I refuse to. I then decide not to play it. And I can't use the Scissor Strike, but I also don't lose command points. And where Igor pays 2 command points for that ability, that's expensive.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's still the Scissor Strike, so...
Do you now get to use your ability? Because I actually initially used my command points.
I don't think so. I'm not sure, it's just not relevant. It sounds silly, let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, okay. So in the fight phase, I'm gonna start off with that Hormigant there. It's just a combat specialist. That makes him getting 3 attacks instead of 2. And because they use Scouting Talents, they get to reroll 1s to hit. So 3 attacks on the against Plasma dude. And he has 1 hit. And he hits, I believe, on 3s, but I'll check quickly. That's still a 1. He's hitting on force. So 2 hits, strength 3, toughness 3, 4 up to 1. That's 2 of them.
Wow.
So you have 2 4-up armor saves now.
Yes. And that's 1.
You fail 1, so I'm gonna make 1 damage roll. That's a 4, so he's taken out.
He sure is.
So the Princeps now is going to attack, and he will be attacking the Gaunts, I suppose.
No, the other one.
The other one?
The bigger Gaunt.
There's no other one. The bigger Gaunt, yeah, the Tyranid Prime.
Yes.
He has 4 attacks, right?
Yes.
Yes, 3 and +1 because of being the combat specialist. He'll be hitting on 3s. And every 6 does 3 hits, because it's sort of like the Necron Tesla rule.
Yeah. And there's no 6s in there.
You have no 6s? I'm missing 1. No, there it is. Yeah, so you have 2 hits.
Yep.
And you'll be wounding on 3s, because you're strength 6.
Yes.
Against toughness 4, 5. It's still 3s. Minus how many? No, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, oh yeah, he has 3 up save,
Yep.
which you can easily fail, which it showed last turn. And he fails another one.
Oh, there you go.
So next I'm gonna fight with this Hormigant here, and he's gonna pile in on the dude first. If you move him, yeah. And he has 2 attacks, hitting on force, rerolling 1s. But he rolls 2-2, so nothing. So the Tech Priest Engines here is gonna attack the Hormigant. 2 attacks, hitting on force.
Yay.
1 hit, and he was strength 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so wounding on 3s because toughness 3.
Yay.
That's good, and it has 2 damage, it has -2 AP and 2 damage, so you just get to do 2 damage rolls because you're gonna do 0.
There we go.
And that Hormigant's taken out.
Good.
Now the Hormigant in the center there, he's gonna attack your this one. He's gonna attack the dude with the Arc Maul.
Yeah.
Again, 2 attacks hitting on force. 2 hits. Wounding on force, strength 3, toughness 3. 1. With no minus. You have a 4-up arm save.
Hey.
What you make? So the Alpha is gonna strike. And we completely missed the red saturation rule, but the Gaunt is at -1 toughness, so he's toughness 2. He has 2 attacks with his Arc Maul,
Yes.
hitting on force.
1.
And then he's strength 5 against toughness 2, so he's wounding on 2s.
There you go.
There you go. Does it do any minuses?
That's a good question. Arc Maul, -1.
There's no saves, you can do it damage roll.
Yay.
It's a flesh wound. So the Hormigaunt there in the corner, the back one, he's gonna make a piling move on the dude back there because he's closest.
This one.
And Hormigaunt, no, the other one, on the other end. The other one?
This one.
No, this one. This one. Here, that one. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No, table collapse. So now he's gonna attack 2 attacks, hitting on force, rerolling once. 1 hit. Wounding on force. Strength 3. Nope, nothing. So the infiltrator here is gonna attack the Gaunts, and he'll be hitting on 3s, 2 attacks.
1.
And one's a fail. 1 hit, strength 6, so wounding on 2s. With a -1, right?
Yes.
So you can make your damage roll then.
Yeah. No, sorry, it's on the -1.
So no -1, so I just get to take -6 of armor save, which I fail, so now you get to do a damage roll.
And there you go.
That's a flesh wound.
That's a flesh wound.
So the Order Hormigaunt is piling in at the moment, is gonna attack the dude with Arc Maul. 2 attacks again, hitting on force. 2 hits, and wounding on force. No wounds!
Well done.
So this dude is gonna attack the warrior. Again 2 attacks, hitting on 3s.
1.
1 hit, and then wounding on 3s as well. Strength 6, toughness 4. You do that. No minus,
nope.
So strength of 4 of armor save. Which he fails. Was 1 damage? No damage roll.
Yeah.
Now that Hormigaunt is gonna pile in as well, and I'm not quite sure. I think the other one is close. Yeah, back there. Yeah. So again, 2 attacks, hitting on force. No hits. No, this Termagant can attack. Hitting on force with a -1 because he's flesh wounded.
And obscured.
Hitting on 5 obscure doesn't count in combat.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, the intervening terrain grants an additional -1. So we did that wrong previous turn, but yeah, well, we both did it wrong, so I don't see anything, any trouble. Hitting on a 6. He hits.
Oh.
Wounding on your toughness 3, so wounding on a 4. Because he's... Yes, a 6!
Wow.
You get to do your armor save.
Ooh, do I now?
Yeah, fail it.
No. He does.
Yeah, you fail it. Damage roll.
Dead.
No,
Flesh wound.
an extra flesh wound.
Then it's...
Oh, now it's a flesh wound.
Now it's...
That leaves that Termagant as the last charger this turn. He'll be hitting on the infiltrator on a 4. And he hits. He'll be wounding him on a 4 as well. And he does that. So now you get to do an armor save.
Damn it.
Which you fail.
Yeah.
And you were already flesh wounded, so I get a +1 on the damage roll.
Yeah.
On a 3 up, he's taken out.
God damn it.
With a 6, he's gone.
He's gone.
So, on to the non-chargers. I'm gonna start off with the middle Termagant here.
Uh-huh.
Because Termagants seem to be very awesome at everything they do, except shooting.
Yeah.
So he's gonna attack that dude. He'll be hitting on a 5 because of the intervening terrain. And he doesn't hit.
Okay.
So this infiltrator is gonna attack this Termagant because the gun hasn't struck yet. 2 attacks. You're flesh wounded and intervening terrain, so -2. And hitting on 5s.
This one.
1 hit.
6.
Yeah, that's a 6, so that's 3 hits.
3 hits.
He'll be wounding on 2s. Strike 6.
Damn.
Jesus. Let me use these as my armor saves, which are gonna fail more than fail them all with 5. And now you get it does 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
So you get to do 1 damage roll with a +1. He's taken out.
There we go.
So the warrior is going to fight the infiltrator. He has 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. And he gets rerolled once because it's got him taken. God damn it. I believe. I'm gonna check it quickly. Indeed, reroll once to hit.
Then
and that's an extra hit. And now he's strength 4 against your toughness 3. Wounding on trees. 2 wounds, you get to do 2 armor saves. Oh, you lose 1. Yeah, you get to do 2 armor saves. He has 2 wounds. 4 up, huh?
Yep, 4 up, so that's 1.
1. So the Transuranic Arquebus dude is going to attack 1 hit, 4 hits on 4 up.
I think so, yeah.
That's a 4 up.
Yep. Wow.
And he fails.
Oh, no. They were shooting, that's what they're fighting.
Yeah, well, you know what, it doesn't really matter. So you do the other one as well
that's
there.
good.
So he's hitting on 4 ups as well.
Yeah.
And he misses as well.
Well, you know,
So then we have this combat left. I'll start with the Tyranid Prime. 5 attacks again. He's gonna attack, fight all with the bone sword. Hitting on 2s.
Wow,
They all hit except 1. I'm gonna use a command point reroll for the 1, which hits.
Yay.
So he's strength 6 and he rerolls 1 once, so against toughness 3. So wounding on 2s. And he wounds all of them. So 5 wounds with a -2 AP leaves 6 up saves or invulnerable saves, doesn't really matter. So Igor's gonna roll them all.
Yep, no.
So you lose 1 wound and then I get to do 1 damage roll for your last wound. The other 3 are discarded. But he does have the +1 on the damage roll.
Good for him.
That's a 1, so he takes flesh wound.
Wow.
That leaves the 2 gaunts right there. So the first one hitting on, he's now flesh wounded.
You sure?
Yes, so hitting on trees. Because I get a +1. No, that wasn't the flesh wound. Oh, stupid rules every now and then. Hitting on 4s. He fails. The other one. He hits. He wounds on 4 as well. Strength 3, toughness 3. No, he doesn't. So at the beginning of turn 3, I just realized that I didn't take a leader. We discussed this, and from here on the warrior here will be the leader and no longer be the heavy, because I need to have a leader and he's the only one eligible to be the leader. I used command point to use a stratagem for him, but he didn't do anything with it, so it's not that big of a deal for the purpose of the game. Except for that I used 1 command point too many, so I'll just repay that right now, because I still have 1 command point left over. So, turn 3, Canticles of the Omnissiah for Igor, and he gets a 2. You need to have the one where everybody gets a mortal wound on a dice roll right now.
That's the one.
Is that this one?
This is the litany of the Electromancer. Roll a d6 for each enemy model within 1 of any model in your kill team at the start of the fight phase. On a 6, the enemy model suffers 1 mortal wound.
Okay, well then start off with this.
Fight phase.
Oh, the fight phase.
It's gonna take a while.
Oh, it's gonna take a while. Yeah, so I get to not kill anybody before that, so we can just basically go straight to the fight phase. But so well, let's roll off then for initiative in this turn.
Let's do this thing again.
I'll roll first this time, so I have an 8.
Is that a 9 or a 6?
That's a 3.
Oh, well.
It's like
I'm not worried
a
about
part of each of those.
Yeah.
So end of turn movement phase, the gaunt that stood here moved up there. And the Congo line of gaunts that stood here is now a Congo line of gaunts in the building right there. Onto Adeptus Mechanicus movement phase. And you want to play your aura.
Because I keep forgetting.
And what does it do?
Ooh, well, I'll tell you. It is Repair Artisan. As long as this model is not shaken, roll a d6. Each time a friendly model within 3 of this model loses a wound. On a 6, that wound is not lost. The model already has an ability similar effect. You can choose which effect applies and reroll once when making
so they now have 6 up disgustingly resilient.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Within 3 inches of them.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Movement?
Yes.
So, that dude, he retreated. This guy ready. This guy did nothing.
Yeah, he's shouting helpful suggestions.
And he read that into helpful suggestions. This one ready as well.
Hit him in the face.
So, onto shooting. Yeah.
Yay.
So, I'm gonna take this conqueror away. He didn't ready.
No, he didn't.
So this guy's gonna fire at the gaunts. The gaunts obscured but within half range. So -1, hitting on 4s. 2 shots.
Well.
They both miss. That guy there, that ready, is gonna fire at these two Hormigons, 1 shot each, but he has 3 shots. How are you gonna?
1 on the front, 2 on the rear one.
Okay. Yeah. So, but the rear one is obscured because of the front one.
Yes, but he's your combat specialist. I want him.
No. That one's the combat specialist.
Oh well, but then.
3 shots on the combat specialist.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 shots.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, no minuses.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
Wow.
Jesus, 2 miss, 1 hit. Strength 3, toughness 3. That's 1. You get a 6 up save. No, you get to do a damage roll. He's taken out.
Hooray.
So the gun's gonna fire at the dude that retreated. And no minuses, because we didn't have range, not obscured. So hitting on force. He misses. So those 3 guns are all gonna fire at this guy, and he's not obscured, and we didn't have range. I'll throw them all at once. Doesn't really matter. Only for, well, also it doesn't matter for damage rolls because all's 1. So hitting on force. 2 hits and wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. You get to do 2 armor saves. 4 up.
Nope.
Fail 1, damage roll,
and
6, he's taken out.
Well, there you go.
So combat phase, Igor opts to use decisive strike for 2 command points. So you, and he's gonna attack with the Princeps on the Tyranid Prime.
Yes.
3 attacks?
Yes.
Yes, hitting on 3s.
4 attacks.
4 attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And then strength 6, toughness 5, wounding on 3s. 2 of them. That's no minus, right?
Nope.
No, so 2 3-up armor saves. I took 6 3-up armor saves with him so far, and I failed 5 of them.
There you go.
So, since I don't have to strike with him first anymore, I'm gonna attack with this warrior. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. And he hits with all of them. And he's wounding on 3s as well, strength 3 or 4, toughness 3. And he wounds with 2 of them. So you get 2 armor saves. And you fail 1. So that brings, now I get to do a damage roll because you already was wounded. That's flesh wound. So the tech priest engines here is going to attack. 2 attacks, hitting on force, I believe, right?
Force.
Yeah.
1.
1 hit, and he's strength 5.
Oh yes.
So, but the dude's on -1 toughness because of the red saturation.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if the camera focuses. Means wounding on 2s because strength 5, toughness 2.
That's 1. Good.
Really, that served him right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna start with this Hormigon, and he's gonna attack that dude. 2 attacks, he'll be hitting on force, rerolling 1. 2 hits, strength 3, toughness 3, so wounding on force. That's 2 wounds, you get to do 2 armor saves. So 2 4-up armor saves.
Alright.
You fail 1,
I do.
so I get to do a damage roll.
Yeah.
That's a flesh wound.
I had that discussed resilience.
Do it anyway.
Never mind.
You failed it, so he has flesh wound.
Flesh wound.
So the dude, the alpha is gonna attack the back Hormigon. Yeah, the one that's not flesh wounded. This one is flesh wounded. 2 attacks, hitting on force. 1 hit. And he was strength 5, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because of the weapon.
Yeah.
Otherwise you cheated last turn. So you're wounding on 2s because the red saturation makes him toughness 2.
Yes.
So that's a wound.
Hooray.
And that's a 6-up armor save, which I make.
Yay.
So this turn again, the unwounded one, the unflesh wounded one, is going to attack that guy. The intervening terrain makes a -1, so he'll be hitting on 5s. And he fails. So the infiltrator, the flesh wounded one, is going to attack the gaunt, the flesh wounded one. Since he has a flesh wound and the intervening terrain, it's a -2. Yep. So making the 3-ups 5 ups to hit.
Wow.
You hit twice. Oh, that's 6 hits actually.
Yes.
And they're strength 6. So you're gonna wound him on 2s.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's dead.
If he's not,
But,
this game.
you know,
If it's not, this game is bullshit.
6 upstairs. So I make 1, but you get to do a damage roll now. And you have a +1 on the damage roll because of the flesh wound, and he's taken out. So because he's within 1 inch, he gets to make a pilot move to Gaunt there. And he's gonna now attack the dude. 2 attacks, hitting on force, rerolling once because of Scribing Talents, but he misses both.
Well, there you go.
So the what's that, Vanguard is gonna strike back. 1 attack, hitting on a 4.
Yep.
Which he does. He wounds on 4 as well. Strength 3, toughness.
Toughness 1.
No.
-1.
Oh.
He's got the red saturation.
Oh yeah, he also has the red saturation. Yeah, so -1 toughness, winning on a 3. Because it makes him toughness 2. Right, 6 up save. No.
Hey,
And he's taken out.
There we go.
So the Gaunt here is gonna attack. Let's do the dude with the Arc Maul again.
Sure.
Hitting on force, rerolling once. You know, 2 1, so I get to reroll both. That's not good.
Good for you.
Again, hitting on force, 1 hit. Wounding on force as well. Toughness 3, strength 3. No.
Ah, well.
So the ranger with the Arctus is gonna attack the Hormigaunt.
Nope.
And he misses. Then we'll straight move on to the other Hormigaunt right there. He's gonna attack the dude with the Arc Mod as well. But he's flash wounded, so he gets a -1 to hit.
Yep.
So he's hitting on 5, rerolling once.
There you go.
1 hit, wounding on force, so he does that. Yeah, you have your arm save.
Yep.
No, and that's a +1 on the damage roll because
I've
he.
got the-
Oh, you get the disgustingly resilient, but then the fail version.
Well,
Yeah,
you know.
you didn't make it. So on a 3 up, he's taken out because he's already flesh wounded. He's taken out. So at the beginning of the fight, we forgot the Canticle. So we're gonna let Igor do it anyway right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you killed that one, so it doesn't matter. So you get to roll 3 dice for those guys. Just the ones that are left.
So angry.
Yeah, roll. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the first one.
Nope.
No. Second one.
Second one.
This is a flesh wounded one.
Nope.
No.
Wow. Come on. Come on.
No. And roll for this this Termagant here.
Nope.
No. For the warrior.
Nope.
No. And the Tyranid Prime.
Yes.
He takes 1, of course.
What a win.
Yeah, that yeah, do a damage roll. 3, that's a flesh wound.
Okay.
Yeah,
That one's the
because,
one?
yeah, there's 2 Termagants there as well you get to test for.
Okay. The one closest to you?
No, and the other one.
Nope.
Nope. So this infiltrator is gonna attack this Gaunt. 2 attacks hitting on 3s.
Well, there you go. 6
So that's
again.
6 freaking wound rolls.
No. You can hit it on a prime, but no.
And it wounds on 2s because you're strength 6.
Yes,
so
so
1,
5.
5 arm saves. And I make only 1, so you get to do a damage roll. He's taken out. But that leaves that combat, and this infiltrator can still strike. So I'll do the Tyranid Prime first. He still has 5 attacks. He now is at a -1 to hit because of the flesh wound. Yeah, so that makes him hitting on 3s, but he still gets to reroll once. Oh, that's 2 wounds.
It's a wound, yeah.
Yeah, it's 3. I'll reroll 1 with the command point in a 2. So he still is strength 6, so he'll be wounding you on 2s, toughness 3. And he does get to reroll this one. He's of course attacking with all the bone swords. That's a 3 with a -2, so that leaves you with 3 6-up saves.
Nope.
No. So that gives me 1 damage roll, and I get a +1 on the damage roll because of being me, and +1 because of the flesh wound. So that's a +2. So that means on a 2-up he's taken out. Taken out.
He's very, very dead.
And the last combat is this infiltrator. He's gonna attack the warrior. He'll be hitting on a -1 because of flesh wound.
Yeah.
So he'll be hitting on force. But it doesn't really matter since you throw all those 6s.
Yes.
So you have 4 hits.
Yes.
Strength 6, toughness 4. Wounding on 3s.
2,
3. This has no minuses. So I have my 4 up armor staff. I take 1. You know what? I'm going to spend my last command point and re-roll that 3 into a 4, so I take no damage.
Ooh.
So the end of the fight phase in turn 3 makes that Igor's team is below half, so he's going to have to take a test. My team is exactly on half. I have 10 out of 20 left. Igor has, well, that's 10 unwounded or alive, and Igor has out of 13, 7 are either dead or flesh wounded. So, what's your leadership?
8.
8, okay.
5.
You're constantly rolling all 6s, and now you...
Yeah, what we do?
Turn 4, Canticles, and let's not forget to work with 6.
To use them exactly.
You want 6?
I want 6?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Let's see.
So the 6 makes you get to re-roll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase.
Yay.
Very useful at this point.
Yes.
So, roll off for initiative. I'll just go first.
Yes.
I have 2.
I have 1.
Really?
Yes. I don't like this new system either.
Well, I would have still won with the old system as well.
Yeah, I know.
So I get my 2 command points for this turn.
I get 2.
You get your leader died.
Yes, so I only get 2.
Yeah. So end of Tyranid movement. The warrior. Tyranid Prime. He charged. The guns moved up. They came from inside the building here. I'm clearly going for the kill again, which is not going to happen, but still I'm going to try. And those 3 guns, they Congo line straight up there to start firing at somebody as well. So, AdMech movement then. And then we're going to continue this nice fight here. So end of AdMech movement. All the infiltrators, 2 of them, joined in on the fight with the warrior, so they charged. Need to put some tokens with those 2. That ranger there, readied. He readied as well.
Yep.
And the rest is either locked in combat or
Charge.
yeah, doing nothing basically. So that dude, he ready. So he's gonna fire at the gun in there. 3 shots.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s of sheer force.
1.
1 hit, strength 3, toughness 3, wounding on force. No.
Boy.
The other dude readied as well, so he gets to shoot now. He's gonna assume fire at the guns. Yeah. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
6 something or not?
No, I think it's 6 to wound.
Okay.
Strength 4, toughness 3.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, I think it does an additional damage or something. Or it's at -1 AP. So I got 1 arm save anyway, which I failed.
Yeah, -1 AP.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. You get to do a damage roll.
Hooray!
Flesh wound. So Igor has nothing left to shoot. I have those guys and those guys left to shoot. I'll start off with those 3. I'll just make all the hit rolls at once, and then all the wound rolls at once as well, because they all hit.
Wow.
With a 5 and 2 6s.
Really? Wow.
Now they wound on 3 ups because of strength 4, toughness 3. They all wound, so you have like 3 armor saves.
Nope.
You failed 2 of them.
I sure do.
So I get, well, it's the first one. That's a flesh wound.
Just vision.
And the second one, because
Plus
normally, +1. So he's taken out. So I'm gonna do the same thing for these 3. However, the middle one is a flesh wound, and the bottom one, in the way we see it, is obscured because of the intervening Hormogon. So they both are hitting on 5s, and the other one is hitting on a 4. And therefore, I'll use some different colored dice. So the blue ones need to be 5s, the white one is a 4. That's 1 hit. And he'll be wounding on 3 ups as well. That's a wound.
4.
Which you save.
Yay.
So onto the combat phase, and the Tyranid Prime charged, same as that's the wrong token lying next to him, but he charged as well, the Hormigón. And these two guys charge. I assume you're not gonna what's the decisive strike?
No, I think I'm good.
You think you're good?
I mean,
So-
well. Do we want this to?
If you pull it, I'll pull it as well. So
Okay, yeah, exactly.
and then we roll off.
Yeah,
So
exactly. No,
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
So the Tyranid Prime is gonna attack first. He is the -1 because of the flesh wound.
Yes.
Yes. So hitting on trees, re-rolling nothing. Right? Right.
Sword?
I don't know.
Bone sword? Yeah.
No. He gains an additional attack for the bone sword.
Well, there you go.
Hitting on trees, but he only misses one. I'm not gonna command point that. Might need to command point it a bit. Strength 6, toughness 3, that's wounding on 2s.
There you go.
And now he gets to reroll the 1s.
There you go.
Well, it's not a Rudlord, so he's not as powerful as the Rudlord.
No, it's true.
That's 4 maybe. At a -2.
And minus 2.
So you have some 6-ups.
I do. There you go, all 6s.
All 6s?
No,
It's like
1
1 6, but doesn't matter. 1 damage roll,
Yes.
because it does 1 damage, but I got a +1. Is he flesh wounded? Oh, he's not?
No, he's not.
So, on a 3-up, he's gone. Oh, 1, he's flesh wounded now.
God damn it. 3 attacks.
So this dude here is going to attack first. He's the Zealot.
Yes.
So +1 strength, +1 attack.
Yes.
3 attacks, hitting on trees.
All 3. And that's a 6.
You're right. That's actually strength 7 now. Doesn't really matter. It's
No.
still 3 wound.
5 attacks.
Yeah, 5 wound rolls, yes. And that's those 2 fail. Those 3 are good. And it's no AP, and I have a 4 arm save.
Fuck off.
Which I all make. Yay! So the Hormigón here is now gonna attack because he charged as well. Sorry for the wrong token. Igor didn't change it, even though I told him to.
You put it down there.
No, I didn't.
It did.
Hitting on force rewarded once, he 2 hits. And now he's wounding on force as well. Strength 3, toughness 3. And he fails.
Well, there you go.
It's an easy target to take out and he fails. So the other infiltrator is going to attack the warrior. 2 attacks, hitting on force now.
1.
1. And wounding on trees because of strength 6, toughness 4. Fail.
Wow.
So now the regular attacks, the warrior is going first.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 attacks, hitting on force. So you're going to attack the one that didn't attack yet. So 2. Strength 4, toughness 3. Wounding on trees. 1. You have no minus, 4 arms. You failed it. So damage roll with a +1. That's a 3. That's another flesh wound. So the Tech Priest Engine here is gonna attack, and he's gonna do 1 attack on him and 1 attack on him.
Yes.
So.
Flesh wound 1 first.
Oh, the flesh wounded 1. Let's take away the dice. Yeah, the flesh wounded 1 first. He's hitting on force. He fails that 1.
Good.
The other one.
Good job, buddy.
Use the same dice.
Well, you know.
Because you already used up the 2, so you had a bigger chance in getting the 4.
Yeah.
So the one Hormigón to the right is going to attack the dude with the arquebus. 2 attacks, hitting on force, rerolling 1s. 1 hit, wounding on force, strength 3, toughness 3. That's a wound. Arm save 4 up, arm save 4.
Hey.
What you make? So the infiltrator is going to attack the warrior now, the leftover, the last one, this one. Hitting on a -2, so he'll be hitting on 5s because of the 2 flash wounds.
Yeah.
Let's see the 6s. That's a
Yeah,
5.
there you
That's
go.
actually a hit. Yeah. Strength 6, toughness 4. 3 up.
Boom.
You make it. 4 up, armor save. And I fail it. That's a wound. You don't need to roll. I still have wounds left over. So the flesh wounded Hormigón is going to attack now. He's at a -1 to hit because of the flesh wounds. He's going to attack your engines here. Hitting on 5, re-rolling 1s. 2 misses. So the ranger with the arquebus is going to attack the one gone. Hitting on a 4, and you fail. And then we have 1 Hormigón left over that didn't attack yet, and he's going to attack your engines here as well.
Okay.
The other, because the other one, yeah, he attacked your arquebus. Yeah. Hitting on force, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, and what's the toughness actually of the Tech Priest engines here?
Good question.
Oh man, you have been hugging that book all day long.
I know,
looking
right?
at everything except for the toughness value.
4.
4. So winning on 5s. Yeah, that's a wound. You get to do an arm save.
3+ save.
Yeah, that's...
There you go.
You make it. So the one Vanguard here, he gets the chance to be the hero.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna attack the Tyranid Prime.
Yeah.
He'll be hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. He's not flesh wounded.
He's
right?
flesh wounded.
Oh, he's hitting on 5s and wounding on 5s. He misses.
Reroll that.
You're gonna command point
Yes.
reroll that
Yes.
one. Okay,
Come on.
that's awesome.
Come on. Come on, Mechanical Steve. You can do it.
So, break test for the Tyranids. Leadership 10. And I do need to test. I have now 11 models either taken out or flesh wounded. Oh, I made it with a 4. You need to test as well on 9. You make it as well.
Yeah.
Now let's see on the 3 up. We continue for a turn 5. And we stop it right here.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna do something we don't often do. We're gonna count points. And I think...
You actually get the most points.
Yeah, nobody has that one. Nobody has that one. Nobody has that one.
Contested.
And yeah, but I have more models on it.
You do have more models.
So therefore I blame it.
So, wow, that's...
Oh, it was a long game, but it was a really good one.
Wow, it was so long then. Play with the most victory points. I'm just looking over. 1 victory point for each marker that the Killteam controls in, but yeah, so you won with 1 point. You win with 1 whole point.
So 1-0. So let's go to your man of the match. I think it's gonna be.
I don't know.
I don't think you should appoint a man of the match, but you definitely the infiltrators were.
The infiltrators are
They were very good.
Yeah, overall the infiltrators did a good job at being infiltrators, basically. But I mismanaged them very poorly, and yeah, to be honest, the reason I put them up here is because I'm like, you know what, I can make these charges down and all that stuff, but my dumbass didn't calculate this height, so I'm in my mind I'm like, okay, look, 6, 5, like you know,
It's like 5 up.
5 up and like 2 in, so 2, 5, easy, but you know, suddenly there's 2 or 3 more inches over here, and I'm like, oh, hang on, I do math wrong.
Yeah, man, I knew you were going to do that before we even started, so that's why I put up the extra wall.
So
just me cheating.
Yeah,
as usual.
as usual.
So, yeah, but I think they are with their strength 6 attacks they are pretty nasty, even against the bigger Tyranids.
It's well, you know, also because it's just 1 point. You put 1 point in the taser goes, and then it's like, well, if you roll a 6, it's party time.
Yeah, I believe in regular 40k that it's more expensive to change.
It's more expensive, exactly. But
yeah.
it's also so. Well, what's your man of the match?
So yeah, I'm also not gonna appoint 1. I'm gonna appoint 9 of them because yeah, I think the Termagants they did a very awesome. The Hormagaunts they excelled at keeping you at bay.
Yeah.
But the Termagants they seem to be at the right place at the right time constantly.
Yeah.
And they picked their kills.
Yeah.
And they flash wounded some dudes, and you know, okay, the infiltrators they easily went through them, but they didn't got through them unscathed.
No.
So therefore, I have to say the Termagants, and I think a good second would be the Warrior, even though he didn't do a lot.
He just soaked up so much.
He soaked up so much attacks. So yeah, yeah. So but I'll still have to say the Termagants. Yeah. The Tyranid Prime. I think he's okay to use in Killteam.
He's good. He's an actually good balanced, like, you know, unlike the Brute Lord fiasco we had. You know.
Well, it's one thing that's for sure, that he doesn't have psychic powers, which makes him far more friendly. Considering the Brute Lord actually did 1 flesh wound and 2 takeouts on psychic powers.
Exactly. He just runs around and just fucking stands. He does things in 1 phase. The Brute Lord just runs around in 3 phases, going, well, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and it's just he just levels everything, and it's well.
And then to imagine that was a level 1 Brute Lord compared to a level 3 Tyranid Prime.
Exactly.
So I think yes, indeed, and well, we were going to play a game Necrons versus Admech as well right now, right? So
yeah.
with the Dominus and Overlord.
we're gonna do something. We're gonna make up something on the fly.
We'll make something up, a nice scenario. So, but that's for another time. So I'm gonna say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm sorry for some mistakes we made. I don't think it were that many this time, except for me having an illegal list. This time it was me and not Igor.
I forgot a lot of things. Like there's so many stupid things.
Yeah, but forgetting is something else than cheating. So. I recall us in the first game just blatantly cheating a lot. So, but not on purpose.
I
But
still think my frag cannon leader was very viable and should actually be like the staple.
Yeah, I wrote something myself in the errata about frag cannons, so I'll show you later.
Yeah, okay.
So, everybody, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.